The Indian, and a quick update. And ladies and gentlemen, last I left off, I finished all the painting on the Indian and Floyd. So I think it turned out pretty darn slick. Now, one thing after I did is I gloss coated all the parts where places where the decals are going to go. So you hope you may see a little bit of shininess there. I put a little pigment powder, which is like a dust. I put it on the especially on the tires and a little bit on the motor. I may add a little bit more after I get the decals on, just to make sure everything's blended in. Just gives it a little, I think, a little sense of realism. That's what we would like to achieve. Anyway, I think the Indian turned out pretty darn slick. Floyd, I got him all glossed up, ready for his decals. Decals do come with his white stripes on his arm. However, I went ahead and painted them on there, if you can see it. Decal sheet's probably an aftermarket decal sheet, and I'll explain that in just one moment. Again, portraits, I got them finished. You probably cannot see it too well. And the one with the helmet, basically, I do silver on the goggles, and then I put a little bit of future on top of the clear coat gloss on the goggle lens, just to give a little bit of shine, if you will. I gotta explain one thing on the helmet and the gloves. I'm going to leave these on the stub here, and they're real easy to take off. You can either break them off, or where's Mr. Schnibs? Get you little pointy nose pliers, and you can just snip them right off. I would do it, but they're small pieces, and I don't want them to get lost, and I don't want you to lose them either. So I'm going to leave them on the resin sprue here, and you can do what you need to do with them once we get it all assembled and I get it back to you. But anyway, not too bad. I put a little bit of a, after I painted them, basically put in, block the colors in, and then put a little bit of a brownish grayish wash in there. So it's kind of hard to see, but anyway, we like the very subtle look. All right, the decals. If you well, I got in the habit of aftermarket decals. I don't care who makes them. First thing I do, and I have to wait a day for it to dry, is I put decal bonder on it. And I know that the companies do it, but I like to be a little extra careful. As I have aftermarket, I have cut one out, and put it in water and watch the ink just eat. The water eat through the ink. So anyway, that's what I do on that. So anyway, if you see that, you probably can't see the white, but you do get Floyd's number, the writing for his front of his shirt, and the stripes, and it actually says Floyd on his shoulder, and I'll show you that. If I can run out of room on my little turntable here. You see there, you got his stripes. It says Floyd on his shoulder, and anyway, I was going to do the stripes with the decal, but I got to thinking and I'm trying to problem solve here, aftermarket decals, if it's printed on basic continuous paper, they want a tendency to shrink, and I didn't want to fight the lines on there, so I went ahead and painted them. But anyway, it won't take too long to really put the decals on once I get started. I mean, he's only got 1, 2, 3, cut the little gas can, 4, 5, so 5, 8 decals, so not too bad. So anyway, it won't take too long. Get them accomplished today, maybe tomorrow, and then we'll dull everything down and finish it up. But anyway, once I get decals on, of course, people like to ask. I use the Vallejo system, and I like I call it the 3-step program here. I think that works best on anything, and I like it really well. So anyway, I'll explain more of that once we get decals on the Indian and Floyd. And a quick update on the Type 94. I did get the main hull assembled. I got all the, of course, the boring suspension done, which it does work, which I ain't too real big of a fan, but it is what it is. However, the top here, it fit, but you have to actually get the top of the hole into the hole there itself. Basically, glue it, clamp it down, and once that's dry, you can take your Mr. Knife and you got to pry it like on the inside here, and basically pry it inside and make it fit. And then once you get it to fit, it snaps in there. Glue it, and you're good to go. However, that's like the 2 or 3 steps ahead, which I wanted to get the hole together first, and then you can start adding all the good fun stuff, the stowage and doors and all that good stuff. Anyway, that's where I am on the Type 94. Really a gorgeous kit. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.